Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Discovery, Season 1, Episode 9, Into the Forest I Go. So, I don't know, this episode is one of those, there's a lot going on. This is the mid-season finale, which is kind of interesting, because I think this episode aired in, November, and then it didn't come back until January. So, I mean, most shows have that mid-season finale, but it's still, we're 9 episodes in, and they're like, okay, pause. 9 episodes? Really? So, whatever. We learn that they have to discover the cloak, they want to do 133 micro jumps very, very quickly. And you can just see Stamets what? Is that a thing? We find out that Cornwell is alive. When their last battle with the female Klingon and stuff like that was rough. And I was like, did she kill her? Because you never actually see her move or any actual sign of life. But hey, she is still alive. And having Tyler having all the flashbacks with being with the female and stuff like that. And I don't know, this is definitely where, for me, Season 1 is so difficult. Any scene with Klingons in this first season is so hard for me. Having Discovery pop around the ship, it looks really cool. And then again, you're like, wait, this is 10 years before Kirk? So, where'd this technology come from? So stuff like that bothers me. The universal translator is kind of great, where Michael is talking to it, and then it's translating her, it's translating English into Klingon. But when the Klingon talks, he's just talking English, and his lips are English and everything. And that's something people have complained about with Star Trek. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. I get it. People are always like, why do they always speak English? And then Star Trek later on in the Next Generation is like, oh, they're not speaking English. It's just the universal translator, doing its job. So that's what they hear is English. And then everybody's like, so why are their lips moving in English? Stop. Just watch the program. Let them speak. Stuff like that is so far down on my list of worries. I don't care. So, but they even, make reference. Oh, I'm using a universal translator. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. We learn more about Tyler being the love slave. Let me tell you, seeing Klingon titties was never on my bucket list. But hey, I guess I can mark it off now. Because watching her ride him, it looked like nobody was enjoying that, to be honest with you. It didn't seem like he was. It didn't seem like she was. It was weird to watch sex in Star Trek. Usually you have to watch some bootleg, home video for something like that. But whatever. Let's see. Oh, God. There's so many stuffs. Let's see. Stamets agrees to do one final jump, and then he's like, nah, I'm done with this. Let's go home, and then we're good. And then, so they go, and Stamets is ready to do his final jump, and he's talking to Dr. Culber, and it's kind of a sweet moment, and he's like, after we get back, let's go see La Boheme, which immediately I was like, oh, that's cute, because, Anthony Rapp and Wilson Cruz are both, they had both starred in Rent. Anthony Rapp actually, initiated the role, but, and then Wilson Cruz did another run for it. I think he played Angel. So that was cute, and the La Boheme is what Rent is based off of. So I was like, aw, they gave a Rent shout out. That was great. We start to see Lorca do the manual override, which was too much for me. When he says, let's do a jump home, and Stamets is like, one last jump, and then we're done. And he's like, okay. And then he changes the destination. Okay, we get it. Lorca's a bad guy, but it was too much. At this point, you don't trust him at all. And sure enough, they are now missing. Where are they? Because we don't see the starbase, we don't see ships, we don't see anything. Clearly, we are where Lorca wanted us to be, because he changed the destination. So, lots of stuff going on for a mid-season finale. Is it good? Not really. It's okay. I'm just so over the Klingon storyline. That's the thing, Star Trek did really well, was it was so episodic. Who are we fighting this week? And, I love TV shows now for being these long arcs, like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead and stuff like that, where it's this whole season's about this one villain. Discovery just chose the wrong villain to start with. They should have made somebody up, or they should have, kept the Klingons a little bit closer to what was familiar, because for lack of a better word, it's alienating. But I don't know. I'm struggling with this whole first season. So for those who have seen it, what did you guys think? Let me know, and I will see you guys next time for Despite Yourself.